Hey y'all, what's up? Super Saiyan 1 Lil Brownie out here, and I really want to have a discussion about the new Dragon Ball Z Broly movie because I just saw it and I got some thoughts on it. And I want to say right off the bat that there will be spoilers in this video because this isn't a review. It's more of a discussion and me just ranting into the microphone, for good reasons and bad. Truth be told, I couldn't even review this properly if I wanted to because I'm a really biased person when it comes to DBZ because I love it so much. I mean, I practically grew up with the show. And truth be told, I can't really give a score to this movie either because it's not one of those movies that you can easily give a number to. However, I can still dish out recommendations. If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, go watch this, no questions asked. If you don't know anything about the show, don't even bother. There, that's my verdict on the movie. On to the actual discussion and spoilers. Dragon Ball Super Broly continues from where Super ended, and will be considered canon in the storyline, unlike many of the other past DBZ movies like the old Broly movie. So, yes, GT is still unfortunately not canon, and yes, that makes me sad because I like GT. I'm pretty sure I lost all 3 of my subscribers by saying that, but it's the truth. Regardless, let me start off by praising the absolute hell out of the beginning of this film. The first 20 or so minutes are set in Planet Vegeta, showing off Paragus and King Cold and the Frieza Force, along with the Saiyan Society, and they are just perfect to watch. This movie does such an incredible job setting up the story and being faithful to the lore while also adding on to it in its own way, and I cannot praise it anymore for that. You get to see so many characters like a young Raditz. There's even mentions of Vegeta's younger brother, which, I mean, who the hell even knows that Vegeta had a younger brother? I mean, I did, and that's just because I'm an uber Dragon Ball nerd, but clearly so are the writers of this film, and I love them for adding all these little nods to the fans. You even get to see Nappa with some hair. Nappa with hair. How do you top that? 10 out of 10. This movie's perfect. End the video right now. Just 10 out of 10. Okay, no, but for real though, that entire first segment of the movie will just make you smile like an idiot because of how well it's done. It's a shame the rest of the movie doesn't quite reach this high, but it's still really good regardless. The action, obviously, is also incredible, although it honestly felt like the fights went on a bit too long. Like, the entire third act of the movie is just one long fight scene. I know, fighting and screaming is what Dragon Ball is known for, but I don't know, we were young back then, so all that adrenaline was cool for stupid little boys with too much energy, but now, I mean, we're grown up now. All Dragon Ball Z fans have grown up, we're all adults, so I'd like there to be a bit more of a focus on character development and plot. Not to say there isn't any in this movie, I just wish there had been more because characters like Paragus are killed off in like 2 seconds, and it's just played for a joke. I wish we could have had more scenes that set up Broly's relationship with his father, and with other people. Hell, the entire beginning of the film seemed to be setting up a theme of fathers and their sons and their expectations for them and whatnot, but the movie just kind of forgets about it by the end. One thing that really confused me was the mention of the legendary Super Saiyan. In the old movie, the legendary Super Saiyan was different from Super Saiyan 1, which in the Frieza saga was also referred to as the legendary Super Saiyan. In that movie, Broly was supposed to be something completely different, and although it was confusing because of the same names, it was still explained enough in the movie to the point where it made sense. In the new movie, however, it isn't really explained completely, and I honestly think that this form, right here, is just supposed to be Broly's Super Saiyan 1 form, and that the concept of the legendary Super Saiyan as we knew it back in the old movie doesn't really exist in the canon. That would explain why Kale was never referred to that way in the show, despite looking so similar to Broly. In that sense, Broly and Kale don't particularly have new Super Saiyan forms like the God Mode or whatever, they're just naturally way stronger in their Super Saiyan 1 forms. I don't know, you guys tell me what you think, because that confused me a lot, but this is just what I think. That's just what I came up with. What else is there? Oh, since I mentioned the old movie, let's really quickly talk about the changes they made. The biggest one by far is the fact that Frieza is heavily involved with the plot this time around, even though he wasn't in the movie at all in the old version. And in this version, he's the reason why Broly goes berserk in the first place, since Frieza kills Paragus in this version. This is actually a change that I like, because the idea in the old one was that Broly just hated Goku because he could somehow remember Goku crying in the pod next to his while he was a baby. That was pretty stupid. I could have forgiven it back then because I was young, but it didn't really make sense, and in comparison, I like this version and its explanation way better. Also, the controlling device that Broly wore was also changed, which is something that I didn't like because they just replaced it with this shock necklace that essentially does the same thing, so I'm not sure why they even changed it. Although they did have this scene where Paragus takes out the remote, and in the background, Broly kind of freaks out when he sees it, which was a great detail. Broly has yellow eyes now, which, okay, why not? They finally showed Vegeta's red god mode, that was cool. And that's about it. That's the changes that I can think of. Now, I really briefly and rationally want to speak on the things that I didn't like. Screw this movie for not having Gohan in it. 0 out of 10. This movie sucks. I cut the video off right now. I hate this movie. Why? How can you not have Gohan in this movie? He was in the original. Can we give some love to characters other than Goku and Vegeta for once? I love Gohan. And in Dragon Ball Super, they practically ruined him because everyone else is so much more powerful than him, to the point where he's practically worthless. Also, why are Goten and Trunks still toddlers? Remember when Gohan went from being a baby-ass kid to a straight-up teenager over the course of one season? Why has that not happened with Goten and Trunks yet? They've been kids since the Majin Buu saga. Grow them up already, Jesus Christ. At least GT had the common sense to realize what age they were supposed to be. Also, you really expect me to believe that Frieza held up against Broly for an hour straight while Goku and Vegeta were dicking around trying to fuse? Nah. Nope. Nah. I don't buy that. Nope. Makes no sense. 0 out of 10. This movie sucks. I hate it. So anyway, I really love this movie. And although I don't think it's perfect, it's definitely the best DBZ movie out of all of them. And I hope we get way more stuff like this in the future. Just give me more of those first 20 minutes, and I'll be a happy camper. Trust me. Oh, and please give Gohan a Super Saiyan God form. Pretty please? No? I'll give you a Scooby snack if you do. Regardless, let me know what you guys thought of this movie in the comments below. If you liked the video, hit the like button. And if you didn't, hit the dislike button. Just be honest. That's all I ask. And if you want to see more stuff, hit the subscribe button. Or don't. I don't know. I don't care. Just, can I go now? I need to go work on my mixtape. Lil Brownie, signing off. Bye, guys.